I think you're being a little hard on yourself.
That's what my face looks like when I'm doing a hip thrust. But like, oh my god.
Progesterone and testosterone should all be available to every single woman who wants it, period.
We're trying to be better podcasters. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I do sound like that in real life.
And so I tried it one time and I never went back. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Perfect. Nailed it.
So I saw a reel that I wanted to tell you guys about.
Okay.
Sometimes I want to send them to you during the day. And I'm like, no, save it to talk about in person.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So we've all been trying to like do our little content creator bit a little bit more on Instagram as of late. And I saw this video from a guy called Justin Schumann, and his tagline is "Human is in my name." So it's like SCH human.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of cool. I like that for you.
Lucky.
Yeah. And he was talking about how sometimes it feels weird to turn on the camera and record when you're alone, because your personality when you talk is always performative for other people.
Oh, so you're almost like, who am I talking to?
Mm-hmm. Like, how do I speak when I'm just with myself and I'm not speaking to someone? Because you're not going to say your inner monologue, like train of thought, unless you're...
That's really interesting.
Well, when I first started recording myself, I was recording myself for only just myself. And I think that might be why I can just kind of inner monologue.
Yeah.
And you're good at it.
You are good at it.
I don't really think about the other person. I'm thinking more about like that I'm telling this to myself, I guess.
When I'm talking like in my car, I find I can do that really easily. I don't know why, but like in my house, I think I struggle a little bit more.
Yeah, he went on to talk about how because of that, like content creation for him is a way to get to know himself better.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really cool perspective and a lot deeper of a perspective than I think a lot of people have about it.
Not only that, but it makes you kind of realize what acts you're putting on for people.
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
Why am I putting these acts on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that has kind of been delightful for me, because I never knew what I sounded like or presented like to someone else, and now that I'm able to see it.
You didn't know how wonderful you are.
No, but now I can hear myself talking like myself, which I could never do before for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I do sound like that in real life.
Yeah.
I can hear it now.
It is fun to go back and watch yourself. It's like a weird exercise.
It definitely is.
I think it helps with confidence. The more that you look at yourself. Because if you don't enough, then I think that's when... Sorry. I was nodding to your things. I was like,
We're trying to be better podcasters.
Yes. But anyways, what were we just talking about?
About how you're like building confidence watching yourself.
Yeah. But the more you watch yourself...
If you avoid it too much.
Yeah. Because you know when you look at a picture one time and you're like, oh! And then you like look at it a few more times and you're like, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like that's what...
Or if you give yourself a buffer between when you record or take a picture and then when you see it, I think that really helps too, because you're not like, oh, well, I can like correct my hair a little bit.
Yeah.
Or I can like change how I talk in the moment. That's why I like to send pictures from like when we hang out, like the next day or like later, because I don't like to criticize it right away.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. And I like to do it.
It's not always negative criticism though, and like it definitely has made me more self-aware. Yeah. In a good way, you know.
And I try and like put a positive spin on it usually, but that your initial like instinct sometimes is
to
like,
be very rejecting of your image and your voice and your mannerisms.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, is that actually how I sound? And if it is, why the hell do I have any friends?
This is kind of like the flip thing on the picture.
Yeah, where it flips your face.
That was so weird.
She discovered like selfie mode flipping.
Yeah,
the camera.
It was weird because I was taking a video of myself and I was like, oh my god, I look so weird when I watched it back. And then all I did was flip it, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I look like myself now. But it's just so crazy to me that it makes that big of a difference.
It does. Well, it really does, because you are so used to seeing yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
So you are used to a mirrored version of yourself. You're not used to, like, I guess that you that looks weird is probably how other people see you.
And that's it is. That's the worst part about this whole thing is I'm like, wait.
You're like, wait,
maybe I just look way, like, different to people or way, like, uglier. But it's really not that. It's just I'm not, like, used to it.
Exactly. The more you see yourself look like that, the more used to it you'll get. And you'll be like, why did I think that was ugly? It just looks like me.
And that goes for video, too.
Yeah.
Like, especially filming ourselves working out for reels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
oh my god.
helpful.
I'm like, that's what my face looks like when I'm doing a hip thrust.
But, like...
oh my god.
It doesn't look bad, actually. Like, if you're worried about it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, ugh. And then I'm like, wait, I feel like in real life it doesn't look totally like this.
When I'm doing something really hard, I always purse my lips.
Oh, same.
And I remember even, like, as a little kid, like, whenever we were gonna, like, fight and square up as little kids, I would purse my lips.
I do this.
Yeah.
Or I'm like...
I do, too. And my sisters would make fun of me. They're like, oh, she's got her lips pursed, look at it. I'm like, dude,
I would, like...
So now I'm, like, hyper aware at the gym when I'm doing it. I'm like, stop doing that.
I know, I make the weirdest things with my mouth. And my mom does it, and so I'm like, Kristen, stop.
I'm glad I'm not the only one then.
Yeah. And my habit makes it much worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your
habit.
That
makes sense.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Your nicotine habit. We've talked about it on the podcast.
I blame Max Lugavere. He was saying that before a workout, if you take nicotine, it can give you kind of a pump. And there's a lot of benefits to nicotine, like it prevents Alzheimer's.
We've heard this before.
You sent me that too. There's even more. There's like a lot, but
There
obviously it's
things,
very addicting, and you know. But anyways, he said that you could like get a good kind of like pump in, like a pre-workout. Mm-hmm. And so I tried it one time, and I never went back. I tried nicotine gum first, and then I was like, this is too
I do the same thing with peppermints in the morning because it opens up your capillaries. Mm-hmm. It allows like 30% more oxygen in when you're working out. It just like opens up all your air pathways. Yeah, they're really good in the morning before working out. Yeah, it just like makes you breathe really good.
I need my coffee before I work out. I don't know if I could go to the gym without coffee.
I do pre-workout, so that is like my coffee. Because I like to have my coffee after, but I do need like something.
Oh, I have coffee after too. But I've cut myself back recently. I have tightened it up with the coffee. Tighten it up, Berit.
That's my new catchphrase.
No, I was thinking about that during work today. I was like, I need to like nail down what I'm doing and tighten it up.
I think you are doing a lot better than you think you are. I think you're being a little hard on yourself. But I also think it's okay to, like, make it kind of a game and make it fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think we all do this where we all are like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Like, I had 1 day or 2 days where I wasn't, like, perfect. And then it's like, that's
more like a month.
I can't wait for my body to quit being hijacked completely. Yeah. And then I can just
menopause.
Get back to normal stuff again.
Well, that's what happened to you, too. You got sick.
Sick and then period. Every single month I'm like, this is so bad. This is so bad.
That's how mine used to be, and now they just, aren't there. But
I can't believe that period products aren't free.
They totally should be. They are expensive.
If you want nice, clean ones, they're even more expensive.
Yeah, like the organic. I get the organic ones.
Yeah, I would only use organic ones. It's going inside
and
your
the
body.
Diva Cup was like $60 or something. Yeah. And I don't even really like it. And can you return a Diva Cup?
No, not once you've used it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
period
that's not something that you're
going
to be able to return.
That's a real issue.
I actually don't mind the cup, but you cannot use them to work out. They are not leak proof.
See, I don't...
Not for a workout, they're not.
I don't think I bleed enough
intimidate me.
For it to, like... I think it would be... If I could get it in comfortably, I think it would be fine, but...
That's the thing.
I just haven't found, like, the right way yet, which is weird, because I used to have a NuvaRing, which is kind of a similar concept.
It did take me probably, like, 2 or 3 periods to figure it out. Like, and just, like, be able to just, like, okay, now it just goes in, and it's easy, and I know how to do it. But it was a big learning curve, I do remember in the beginning. But even at that, like, when I was at home and I wasn't working, it didn't matter. So I could just use that all the time. But since going to the gym, like, there's no way I would trust it for that.
I would not want to be a man. Oh my god. I would not want to be straight. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't mind being a man right now, ladies.
I guess.
I'm not gonna lie. What's happening to me is horrible. I would love to be a man right now. It would be so easy.
Man, fucking. That's what should be.
That's what should be available to women. HRT, yeah.
Available and covered by insurance.
Progesterone and testosterone should all be available to every single woman who wants it, period.
Yeah. And I don't care if they're doing it for, like, hot flashes, if they're doing it for, like, hair loss. Like,
it doesn't matter. Should be able to give us our hormones back, please.
Give us our hormones back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They give men testosterone like it's...
Yeah, they're like, oh, are you feeling a little low, buddy? Let's top you off. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm dying. And they're like, have you tried birth control? I'm like,
I'm not
trying to get pregnant.
I feel like that's what they just say to everyone. It's like,
I do think it's...
birth control? Yeah. I am a gay woman.
Yeah.
And my doctor, when I complained about my period pain, the first thing she said was, have you considered birth control?
Yeah, because it'll, if you have PCOS or something, it'll, like, take care of those symptoms, but it's just a Band-Aid.
Yeah, but I was like, that's not, it's a Band-Aid. It's not the cause of...
Getting to the root cause,
When I told my doctor I had severe pain all the time in my right ovary, and she's like, oh, it's probably just cysts, and I was like, yeah, but it hurts all the time. She goes, are you trying to get pregnant? And I go, no. She goes, have you tried Tylenol?
Oh my god!
I was like...
I wouldn't be here
every single day.
Could fix it. Like, does she think that you don't know what
I don't know. The problem is they don't have primary health physicians anymore. All they have is like people doing residencies. So it's like I'm talking to a 23-year-old about real adult woman problems, and she's like just Bambi eye blinking at me, and I'm like,
yeah,
you're adorable, but can I get a woman in here to talk to, please?
Mine are like nurse practitioners that I get a lot.
My main primary care doctor, I call him my primary care doctor, but he's literally a nurse practitioner. No, he's a physician's assistant. He's a PA.
Oh, mine. Yeah. So I used to go see the actual like OB, and then she like brushed me off to her nurse practitioner. I was like, fuck, Maura.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not having babies, and I think
couldn't have
deal
a
with
male
the
doctor.
ones having babies.
Yeah. When I sent you that video today of the woman playing in the park with her, or not playing, working out in the park with her kids, and you responded like, "Oh, I'll be there with my dog and or kids." Yeah. I'm like, I love the fact that you having kids is like completely up in the air.
100%.
Like nobody knows.
I'm leaning, like I'm feeling like it's probably not gonna happen because I just don't know.
That's literally how I was until right now when menopause is happening. I'm like, well, I guess that decides for me.
Yeah.
See, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm okay either way, but I do think if I meet someone and, like, I'm, like, in love, like, let's do this, then I would be like, yeah, let's have a kid. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Oh my gosh. I feel like we should give
Season 32.
Yeah.
33.
Oh, yeah.
An Ash update? Is that
I was going to say girlfriend update.
Barrett's knee deep.
What's going on in your love life, Barrett?
I'm on a ship and it's going down.
Yeah.
And Ashley's on that ship too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Okay, that scared me for a second. I'm like, what do you mean the ship's
going
down?
No. We're just both like
they're
falling
hard.
Yeah. They're falling.
Yeah.
Gotcha. The clouds have opened up and you two are falling hard. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, it's been, we've been official for 3 weeks. And it feels, last night we were like, it feels like it's been 3 months.
It does.
It does not feel like it's been 3 months.
It's so funny. I've told a lot of people about your relationship. Not a lot, but like my family. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh,
Barrett got a girlfriend.
Well, I think they were like, oh, where's Barrett? And I was like, oh, she's with her girlfriend. They're like, oh, how long have they been together? And I'm like, oh, not that long, I guess. But I've told like 12 people, I feel like. Like, how has this not been longer?
I feel like people at the gym have asked me about updates for more than 3 weeks.
Yeah, Chris.
Aww.
Yeah. But
That's exciting.
Because they knew the pre-date.
Yeah. I told a few people. I swear I manifested that, like, going
so
well.
much.
I was like, if I hold myself accountable to it going well. What?
Well, I had a manifestation kind of today.
Oh.
It was
yeah,
a
you
weird
did.
one.
Yeah.
Sort of. I was driving home.
Just like mine the other day, too.
Well, no, we went to see a building at work, and then I was driving back to work. And it was like 11, and I'm like, you know what? It would be really cool if Scott would just, like, let us leave today.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, probably won't happen, but maybe. And then literally, I'm in my office, and I was on a meeting, and then the meeting ended, and Don came in, and he was like, oh yeah, Scott went to get lunch, and then he's going home for the day. And then Scott calls me, and I'm like, wait, are you going home for the day? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, does that mean I can? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what I was thinking about happened.
Yes.
So weird.
It was like yesterday when I was crying in your kitchen at 8:30 about a meeting that I had to go to, and then
Oh yeah.
my boss was like,
You don't have to
need
be on it.
You already know what's
That's
gonna happen.
awesome.
I was like, thank you, Kat.
Yeah, Kat's looking out for us.
Kat's a real one.
Like, she really is. Kat, could you,
What am I doing? I don't shuffle.
Yeah, you don't.
I am a shuffling princess.
It's been so long since I've seen this deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done it here. Well, because we haven't pod here.
We
haven't potted.
We've been using your
Potted.
deck.
Look at this. Like, I don't like
Whoa,
that.
one of these cards is upside
That's
down in here.
crazy.
Like, I want that to go away. I don't want to get, like, you know.
Today, Mike said when I was doing,
Oh, did we show Michelle my pull-up video?
Yeah, we did pull-ups with a weight belt today.
And
Oh,
Mike
Lord.
just so happened to be right there.
Yeah, Mike was there with us.
And
I
so
did get the
he
picture of the three of you guys
Oh,
together.
you sent it to me.
Yeah, look how crazy this looks. Insert video. I'll put both of ours, so it's not weird.
Oh
but
my
look
God.
at this.
Chris came over first and, like, gave it to Barrett, and then...
Oh, he saw me from across the gym, and he was like, you, this.
Yeah. Because I told him
That's
Tuesday or
25
Thursday.
pounds. That's not 10 pounds.
I wonder if I could do a 45er.
Jeez.
I think I maybe could. Like, for a couple
Oh
reps.
my
I think you
Gosh.
could. I think you should try.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
You guys are
I'm
killing me. I have
I'm doing
been
back
so
tomorrow.
weak. Even on the days that I have been at the gym, like, I have been so weak I can barely get through my sets. I can't wait to get my body back.
Come on,
Man.
menopause.
All right, here we go. Let me pick a card real quick.
Watch, I'm gonna get clean it up. Because it's the card equivalent of tighten it up.
No, because I think you're being hard on yourself, and I think Kat was like, bro, you're good. Just keep it up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh!
I like it.
I do too, because I'm really, like, feeling this right now.
What'd you get?
Higher power.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
Yeah. Wes just got this one last time.
I got Yang.
Nice.
Oh, yay! Wait, Yang
Masked lesbian card.
That is definitely about Ash.
I got fork in the road.
Oh.
Fork in the road.
Is there anything that you, like, are going back and forth about?
Perhaps the decision is afoot.
That's a good question.
A fork.
Do I haven't? I don't know, because I've been so exhausted lately. I haven't really even been able to think.
Maybe
that
it's
much.
like you're either going to keep being exhausted or something's going to change.
Yeah.
That would be so nice if something would change. I mean, I have been getting quality sleep lately, so that's a plus. I've just been exhausted despite getting quality sleep, so that's a negative. So I don't know what to do. It's like 9 out of 10 days I feel bad, and on that one day I feel good. I try to do everything in that day, and then I exhaust myself again.
That's not
If you could find a, like,
stable.
doctor that was reasonable, you would do it, right?
I've been getting a lot of, because obviously that stuff is in my algorithm now, I've been seeing like a lot of ads and stuff for it. Like, you can get the testing and stuff for like $60. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just about me not knowing which one to choose because I'm getting like 30 different companies coming through. So I need to like...
Do they provide the medication after your...
Yeah, it's kind of like that thing that you use. It's like an online
right.
med,
Yeah. Okay.
You can get like prescriptions.
Oh, that's
yeah. So you just go on there, you send in your blood work, and then they tell you what they got available. But I just need to sit down one day when I have like a little bit of time and I'm not like trying to do other things and like pick like 5 of these companies and do a little bit of online research so that I can pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should like put that in your calendar.
Yeah, that needs to get done pretty soon because
prioritize.
I really think that
because trying to just like go all natural is not working.
And here's the thing, like it's a good investment to make too, because if you have more energy during the day and like love your life more, everything will be
plus
better.
it helps with like cardiovascular health. It decreases your risk of like heart attack and stroke and all that stuff. It's
basically
like,
all women should be on it.
Exactly.
Like,
it
they
needs
should
to
be
be
offered
offered
to
to
levels.
I had no idea that this was even a thing before I met you guys.
Oh, it's like huge.
So frustrating that like I can't just go talk to my doctor about it and then be like, oh yeah, we'll get you on that right away.
I do think that it's coming a long way, and I think that we will start to see that because more people are aware of
I think by the time you good ladies are there, I think it will be something that's
too.
like that.
Yeah.
But right now, my generation is putting up this fight, I think. Like, yo, you need to be paying attention to this.
But even like PCOS, I think that because that messes with your hormone levels to an extent. I wonder.
Ooh.
I think that's what we're starting to see now is like women in their late 30s going through it. And they're like, why am I going through this? I'm only in my 30s. And they're like, well, when did you get your period? And they're like, oh, when I was 9.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, a lot of women who go through this in their late 40s got their period at 14, 15, you know.
I was like going into my freshman year.
I was going into my freshman year. I think I was either
going
14
into
or 15.
my middle school year.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
My niece was like 8 or 9 when
fifth
she
grade.
got hers.
Wow.
5th grade.
It's
way
so
too
crazy.
I also
way too young.
got mine and then lost it for a year.
Yeah, I did that too.
Again, which I'm like, I should have known right then and there that I had like something I'm sure that was from PCOS and I just didn't know it.
I had a really violent beginning to my periods.
Me too.
And then after a while they stabilized on their own because they tried to put me on birth control because how violent it was in the very beginning. But I had a really severe reaction to it because it was the depot shot.
Okay,
and I didn't do well with it. So I stayed away from birth control products after that, and my periods did like even out. And for most of my life, it was like clockwork. It was easy to predict. It was perfectly fine. I never had a problem with it. And then as soon as like, I don't know, I'd say probably only in the past year, perimenopause has been hitting, and it's like going out violent like it came in.
Man.
You know, I think that it might just be my body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my hormonal cycle gets all out of whack whenever it goes through these changes, so it affects me more possibly.
Man.
Yeah, when I started mine, it was 40 straight days. I bled for 40 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I was so young and like I had to have so many tests done and it was so horrible to like have gone from not even having a period to like 40 days.
Oh my God.
That is nuts.
That is a horrible. I mean, how did you get out of bed?
Period trauma.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I know.
And I was in middle school. Like literally I was trying to like hide tampons in my pockets and stuff because like how you don't want anyone to know that when most of your peers don't even have it.
Yeah.
It's like mortifying because I think it can be like some girls were like, oh, I got my period.
Yeah,
like,
some people,
like, cool.
it's like a sex symbol almost. Like, oh, I'm a woman now.
Yeah, but I was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, being a woman, that's why it's a little bit ago. I was like, I'd love to be a man.
Girl
because
talk on the pod.
They got it so easy when it comes to hormonal cycles.
Noted.
Because I come in and I'm just like...
You're like, don't. I'm not in the mood.
I don't want to say a fucking word and I don't want anyone to say a word to me. And everything's making me mad.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, mission, make Kristen laugh.
Those have been fewer, I feel like, recently. Like, I feel like I haven't gotten to that point in a
Oh.
while.
I feel like we have another update for all 46 viewers.
What's that?
The vague decision that Kristen has been referencing
Has been made.
has been made.
Mission accomplished.
That was so bad.
No! We were good at the high fives at the
This
gym there.
morning.
Yeah, there we go.
I think it was the angle.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, and I'll tell you what. I had like a couple hard like days where I was like, ugh. And then I was like, you know what? It's all good.
Yeah.
It's still like there a little
fates.
bit, but the line has been drawn.
I think it went as well as it possibly could have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they can,
Like, be okay.
yeah.
It seems like everybody's handling it like an adult.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
we weren't sure.
I'm just like, when I, fully move on.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That day will come.
not that I'm planning on that, like, anytime soon. Really,
Yeah.
But,
But should an opportunity come along,
CK, what's up?
CK! Oh my god.
so
Well,
I enjoy that.
Since it's still light out, should we go smoke another bowl?
We could do that.
Bring it in, bitches!
Love you.
Love you.
Perfect. Nailed it.